Bo, you know I have to leave in a minute.
15 seconds is all I need. So don't go, Ruby. Stay here with me.
Ruby!
I'll be down in a second, Daddy. You go in the back.
10 seconds?
What, am I supposed to roll myself down the front steps?
Giselle, my love, try to keep an open mind, my darling. I'm sure you'll grow to love it there.
I'm sure I won't.
And you'll have Ruby to help you along.
Did you say that to make me feel better?
Yes. So Giselle's already in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Are you nervous?
I'm excited. Going to a school like Greenwood was something I never even dared dream about when I lived in the Bayou.
If you weren't going to the greatest school in Louisiana, I wouldn't let you leave here. Shall we?
We shall.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Chin up.
Don't get too used to me being gone, Mother. You went to a voodoo queen to put me in a wheelchair. You couldn't pay her a visit to get us out of this? Will you ever forgive me for that?
Yeah. When I can walk again, so never.
Thank God they're gone.
What do you think? I think if boredom is a major, I'm gonna get straight A's. What are we, in the army?
It looks completely comfortable, Giselle.
Yeah, maybe to you. You grew up sleeping in the mud.
Welcome, ladies. I'm Mrs. Penny. I'm your dorm mother. You must be the Dumas sisters.
What gave it away?
You can pick any room you like since you're the first here.
I'm not rooming with her. I'll bunk with literally anyone else. Grab my bags for me. I'm handicapped.
Good afternoon, girls. I'm Mrs. Penny. You'll want to hurry and get yourself settled. We have an assembly at 1 o'clock. Your uniforms will be here shortly.
Uniforms?
I would like to welcome all of you to Greenwood. You are joining a small elite group of scholars and athletes, and we expect you to make us proud. At Greenwood, unerring respect for your teachers and staff is expected without fail. We do not have time for, nor will we tolerate, insubordination inside on campus. Will result in your immediate expulsion. Loud music, smoking, or any act of vandalism carries severe punishments and a high number of demerits.
In other words, no fun at all in this dump.
I will have quiet when I'm speaking. However, your school experience is not all books and homework. We have a wide variety of campus activities for you all to enjoy. And we have several supervised social events incumbent upon each one of you to remember that you are all Greenwood girls now. And Greenwood girls are the elite of the elite.
All you have to do is just let a boy think he's got a sliver of a chance, and he's basically your slave. Even if you just let them go to second, you'll never get rid of them.
Which one is second?
Good night. What am I, trapped in here with a pack of virgins?
Hi, I'm Abby. I'm not really sure where I'm supposed to go.
Hi, I'm Ruby. And you got great color this summer. I never even got to the beach once.
I guess I tan easily.
Lucky. I burn easily. Redhead, you know. It's my first year here, too. Why'd you pick Greenwood for your senior year?
Well, my parents didn't like the school I was supposed to go to.
Oh, yeah? What was the matter with it?
Oh, there was just a whole thing. Who's Prince Charming?
My boyfriend, Beau.
Talk about a dreamboat.
He was... I'll tell you later.
When the non-artist looks at our subject here, all they see is an old boot. It is an old boot, but you need to do more than just render what's in front of you. You gotta breathe life into it. It's got a story to tell. And that's what's gotta come through in your drawings. Really great work here, Ruby. Although I'm not surprised. You know, your father made a point of being in touch with me. He said that your work hangs in a New Orleans gallery.
Oh, I didn't know he spoke with you.
I wasn't sure if he was just a proud papa or if we had a real prodigy on our hands.
Mrs. Ironwood sent me for Ruby Dumas.
I want you to know, Ruby, that I have been made familiar with your history.
Sorry? My history?
Your mother, Daphne, and I had a very long telephone conversation. You spent most of your life in the bayou. With the Cajun people, I'm told.
Daphne does like to say things about me, doesn't she?
You are suggesting she spoke falsely.
I grew up on the bayou, yes.
I want you to know from the outset that You find that funny?
I find it curious. I suppose I'd like to know what I've done to deserve this extra scrutiny.
Whether you deserve it is my decision. I've had many dealings with swamp people, and I never met one that I could trust. I know your kind, your type. Your bad behavior is insidious. You learn quickly who is the most vulnerable, who has certain weaknesses, and you play to those weaknesses. But I do believe people can change their behavior, if not their nature. So it is your behavior missed.
Ruby, what's the matter?
Careful, Abby. You're in the presence of a swamp creature.
I wouldn't have guessed.
Oh, yes. I am a Cajun from the bayou.
Come on. Walk with me. What happened?
I thought when I came here, people would stop looking at me like an outsider.
I know that feeling. The reason I enrolled here instead of the other schools because they found out something about me. I'm what some people call a half-breed. I'm part Negro.
It is 1962, for God's sakes. Why do people still care about nonsense like that?
Well, they do. Anyway, my parents sent me here, hoping that having me immersed with the creme de la creme, it would rub off. No one would suspect that a Greenwood girl was impure.
And Greenwood shall wash us both clean.
God, have mercy. The groundskeeper or something?
Yeah, I'm a lot of things around here.
What's your name?
Buck, but it'd be mud if I get seen with a student after dark.
Hannah, look at those muscles.
Mrs. Claiborne's family started the school, and she's still the largest donor.
You told us this twice back at the dorms, Mrs. Penny.
And I may tell you once more, dear. It's very important you're all on your best behavior. We are lucky to be invited to her home for tea.
Hi.
Good afternoon, ladies. I'm so pleased to make your acquaintance.
Oh, Mrs. Claiborne, thank you as always for inviting us into your marvelous home.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Please, everyone, sit. I like to make a point of meeting all the new... Abigail, is it? Well, let's get to know each other, shall we? I should probably start with the Dumas twins, so I know one from the other.
I'm the crippled one.
Ah. I hope only physically. You must be Ruby then, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
I understand you're the artist of the two.
Yes. I paint and draw.
Then you must be familiar with Renoir and Van Gogh.
Of course. Two of my absolute favorites.
Please, go have a look if you like.
Thank you.
Who's there?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb you. I just heard you playing.
And who are you?
My name is Ruby Dumas. I'm a student at Greenwood.
Do you play?
No.
Martha, or as you'd know her, Mrs. Ironwood.
We've met.
Yeah. If you even have an ounce of independent spirit, she'll take care to knock it right out of you.
I guess we'll see about that.
You're from the Bayou.
How can you tell?
No, you have a little bit of an accent, even though you try to cover it. My ears miss nothing. They make up for my eyes, which obviously see nothing.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah. You know, I get that a lot. You should probably run back to grandmother's tea before she thinks you're sneaking off stealing ashtrays or something.
It was nice to meet you.
You as well, Ruby Dumas.
That was so boring. I wanted to wheel myself out a window.
I thought it was very interesting.
That's because you were gone half the time. You didn't have to listen to that lady go on about her days as a Greenwood girl.
I think it was nice how much she misses her school days.
Actually, I ended up meeting her grandson, Louis.
Ruby, you had no right to wander off in Mrs. Claiborne's house like that.
I wasn't. I just peeked in to see who was playing.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Mrs. Claiborne hasn't allowed people in that side of the house since the tragedy.
What tragedy?
Her daughter and son-in-law died. That's all I'll say about it.
Were they murdered or something?
I am not discussing it.
Well, there you have it. They were murdered. I'm psychic.
Giselle, that's enough. Ruby, I'm very disappointed in you.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
What happened is the Claiborne's business and not for us to gossip about. That poor boy Louis was left an orphan and blind from his grief.
Isn't that gossip, Mrs. Penny?
And how does someone go blind from grief? Maybe it's psychological? I guess. So, was he good looking?
Very.
Good looking and mysteriously blind.
I'm dying to know what happened up there.
Well, you won't get it out of Mrs. Penny.
The keeper of the Claiborne secrets.
I can do without knowing theirs.
Don't you have something better to do than eavesdrop, Giselle? I wasn't. I was just coming in to tell you I got the dirt on this Claiborne tragedy. You gonna tell us or what? Well, I'll tell you my secret when Abby tells hers. Fine. Never mind. You might as well tell me, Abby. If you don't, I'll just make something up.
Okay, I'll tell you.
Abby, you tell her you're telling everybody. Don't say a word.
The reason my last one. I got caught with a boy.
Nude, right?
It didn't go that far. But he was in my room and I got caught. You happy?
Thrilled. All right, Giselle. So now you know. What did you learn about Louis? Maybe I'll tell you when Abby learns to be a better liar.
That's nice. One thing I've learned to do is do the sun a little bit better.
Yeah, I didn't get that on mine. I will commence cheating.
We're studying landscapes today, Ruby, not the human form.
This is Saturday. I'm allowed to daydream when I'm not in class.
I thought you had a fella back home.
Who I'm totally faithful to. Besides, Buck's way too old for me. But not for you.
He is not my type.
That's not your type. My God. Well, I know a beautiful blind pianist I can introduce you to.
You met Louis Claiborne?
Mm-hmm.
A sordid bit of business all that was.
Hold on now, you know what happened?
Of course. Everybody does. Gossip is the faculty sport.
I'm waiting.
Okay. Louis Claiborne's mother was having an affair with a younger man. A much younger man. He was her dirty little secret. She would sneak him into the house while he was at work. But it didn't remain a secret from Louis's father for long.
No!
After a while, he convinced her all was forgiven, but that was far from the case. He wanted her out of his life, for good. Neither one of them was going to be leaving the bedroom alive early that morning.
I love you.
Of course, he knew he was also sealing his own fate. What he never knew was there was a witness.
Louis went into a coma from the shock. And he didn't come.
Oh, Miss Stevens, that's horrible.
You wanted to know.
No, I kind of wish I didn't.
Did you get a look at the clocks up at the house?
Yes, I did. They're all set to 5:02.
The time of the killings.
Ruby! I've got exciting news. You, my dear, have been invited back to the Claiborne mansion for dinner tonight.
That's big news. Why in hell are they inviting her? I'm the interesting one.
Ruby, my goodness, hurry and get yourself ready.
You do like to snoop, don't you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just curious.
Well, please, in the future, look with your eyes and not your hands.
Oh, the irony.
Good to see you again, Louis. And thank you so much for the invitation, Mrs. Claiborne.
Well, actually, the invitation was mine, Ruby. I'm afraid loose.
I'm smiling, by the way.
Good. So, Ruby, tell me about the bayou.
Thank you. I don't know. I've just always found it so peaceful there.
You know, I actually visited the bayou when I was much younger. And I can still see it in my mind. It's very beautiful and mysterious, as I recall.
Louis, do they think there's any hope that you might see again?
You mean, is the problem in my eyes or in my brain?
I don't think this is suitable dinner.
I'm sorry. I only asked because my grand-mère was a healer in the bayou. She fixed people who everyone else thought were beyond hope.
With respect, dear, I don't think witch doctor con artists are the answer.
Also, with respect, ma'am, my grand-mère never conned a penny out of anyone. She never accepted payment for her gifts.
And how much money have we spent on so-called respectable doctors, grandmother? Ones who haven't restored my eyesight by a single rod or cone in all these years. Transports the soul, doesn't it? Okay.
That is so beautiful. What's the matter?
Sorry, it's actually, just you leaning against me like that for some reason.
Oh, I didn't realize. I was just so taken with your playing.
This may sound a little bit ridiculous, but I've actually never been alone with a young woman before.
Not all that scary, am I?
I wonder, Ruby, maybe you'd allow me to touch your face. You could absolutely say no.
Oh, sure you can. As long as you don't poke me in the eye.
Okay.
You look so nervous. Don't be. So, what do you think? Marilyn Monroe?
I wouldn't know.
Oh.
I've never even kissed a girl, so... You ever heard anything so pathetic? Sorry, I shouldn't have brought that up.
Louis, it's okay. I mean, that's an easy thing to fix.
Really? You would kiss me?
Sure. I mean, it's really not such a big deal. And if I can help you... Okay.
3, 2, 1.
I'm sorry, what's funny? Never invited you here.
Louis, I'm not laughing at you, really. We can try it again, okay?
She returns. How was the big dinner?
How familiar are you with the works of Franz Kafka?
That bizarre, huh?
There's a lot more to tell, but not here.
Dear girls, you can't know how much your mother and I miss you, and how much we're looking forward to Christmas, when we'll all be together again. I hope you haven't been too homesick, and that you're making lots of friends at Greenwood.
Ruby! So, good to see you.
No kiss hello? Oh, did Ruby tell you about her big date the other night? It was scandalous. I had dinner with some big school donors, blind man and his grandmother. A good-looking, suave blind man, and she looked awfully guilty when she got back.
She's right, Beau. I don't know how to tell you this, but I let the blind man touch my whole face.
We're through, Ruby. Nice try, Giselle.
There's a big school dance coming up, too. There's a whole school full of boys going to be there.
Well, they can touch your face, but no dancing.
You guys are gross together. Let's go, Samantha. God.
Me too.
I've missed your touch. What's the matter?
Nothing. I'm just getting a little overheated. And I kind of already know where this is going. Or rather, where this isn't going. Maybe we should just head back.
I think we've waited long enough, don't you?
Abby! We want you to know we all took a vote, and we've decided that you're the prettiest girl in the school. So we think
Queen of the Mixer? Is that something they do?
we're planning on making it a tradition. Samantha! This represents our school colors. We'd hoped you'd wear it to do us proud.
Thanks, guys.
Well, it's not ticking. It'll look pretty. Come here. Oh, yeah.
Wow. You two look so gorgeous.
You clean up pretty well yourself, Miss Stevens. I hardly ever see you without a smock on.
Well, I'm chaperoning, so I'll be the one to tap you on the shoulder if you're dancing too close.
All right, everyone. We are happy to welcome the boys of Willowdale Prep. Now, I want to remind you all to behave appropriately. Perfect ladies and perfect gentlemen. Have fun!
Oh, would you look at that? My grandmother's favorite song.
towards me. Go.
Thank you. I'm gonna take a break and go powder my nose.
And why do you want to talk to me?
All I said was hi. I was brought up to be polite.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude, but you understand that this is an all-girls school? The rules are pretty strict around here?
Yeah, well, between you and me, I could do without one or two of their rules.
I guess I could too.
Until next time, Buck.
I don't know what you mean. There's no way that none of the boys want to dance with Abby. They are avoiding her like she's a nest of hornets. Is that so? What are you up to? Why do you assume I have anything to do with it? Maybe the boys just get a sense that Abby's a little off, if you know what I mean. Time to announce the queen. Okay, everybody. This is the big moment. In this envelope, I have the name. Body. Looks like history's about to be made tonight. Our very first queen is part Negro. Let's give a big hand to Miss Abby Tyler. Well, Abby, aren't you gonna give us a speech?
I'd like to tell you what an honor it is to be chosen your queen. Any of you are remotely familiar with.
Spoken like a true half-breed. Here we go. I knew you wouldn't be able to hide your true colors for long.
Putting a hand on you is beneath me, Giselle.
Not me.
You dummies have already chosen your queen. She's right there, crawling on the ground. All hail.
You are on thin ice as it is, Miss Dumas. Do not damage yourself further for the sake of a mixed blood that does not belong here.
Help me!
Giselle went too far this time.
It isn't just Giselle. It's the entire institution, Ruby.
You're really gonna leave me here all by myself?
You know they're gonna kick me out anyway. This way, at least I get to do it on my own terms. I'll always be yours, Ruby.
Money, lineage, skin color, blood. All the things you idiots put so much value on. Just tell me how you found out about Abby.
She should thank me. I did her a favor. I'd give anything to get kicked out of this crappy school. Besides, what makes you think I'm speaking to you after what you did to me?
Right. All those chivalrous boys rushing to the aid of poor, helpless Giselle. You loved it.
They do all love me, so don't they? And if little Abby didn't want me to read her letters, she shouldn't have left them unattended in a box behind her underwear with a lock that was ridiculously easy to open. But I guess you know all about lock and keys since you're basic. You take that back.
Ruby, I've just got a message. You've been invited back up to the mansion.
Why the hell does she always get to go up to that nice house? Ruby's on lockdown anyway. Tell them she can't go.
I'm afraid the Claibornes have the authority to override Mrs. Ironwood's punishments. Louis Claiborne sent for her.
What if I don't want to see Louis, Mrs. Penny? I'm overriding the override.
Ruby, it's just that Louis Claiborne says he's regaining his eyesight. He says he thinks it's because of you.
Hello, Louis. You know, you really have to work on your moods, Louis. Don't snap at me anymore, okay?
I promise. Okay, I'm very, very sorry.
Is it true? Can you see?
I can see shapes now. It's not just blackness anymore.
That's fantastic.
You know, Ruby, I really can't believe that this is just coincidence that this is happening so shortly after I met you. Perhaps some of your grandmother's abilities rubbed off on you a little bit. That Agnola thing every day as a little boy. I spend more time up there than I would in front of the piano. My bedroom, just up there, so the garden was always just outside the window. You could see the whole campus, the lake, and the stables from up there, too.
I'd like to see that. Can we go up there?
Well, I don't know if that would be exactly proper for me to bring a Greenwood student up to my room alone.
Oh, come on. I think you can learn a lot about a person from what their room looks like.
Okay. Although, you may not want to learn too much about me.
The woman in the painting?
It's my mother. I don't keep pictures of my father since he was the one who smothered her to death.
Can I ask you why he did it?
I'm sure you've heard the rumors.
Oh, I don't trust rumors. I've been on the bad end of too many of them. And the truth always gets distorted.
I don't think you want to know the truth.
Louis, are we friends?
I would hope so.
If I can, in some way.
My mother and I were always very close. Some nights I'd lie here scared. She would hear me whimpering. I remember hearing her come into the room, and I would reach out my hand, and she would take it. Please. I want you to know how it was with us. She would lie beside me on her back. She would take my hand. And she would take her other hand and place it here. I'm not asking you to do that. My hand would travel from her heart to her breasts. Till one night my father found us like this. My God, he was furious. Every time after that, he thought I was crying for my mother when I would...
It's okay, Louis.
After that, My mother found another boy. He replaced me. My father snapped. I stood across the hall and I watched him murder her, and I did nothing. Nothing. I'm sorry, Ruby. Sorry, I don't mean to make things awkward between us.
It's okay. I understand now, Louis.
Ruby? Mrs. Ironwood sent me to get you. She needs to see you right away.
Because what else is new? Let's just get to it, okay? What lies is she telling you now?
Daddy.
I want you girls to know that things are going to be different around here. I'm not going to end up like your father, dying young, worrying more about others than myself. To begin with, I'm replacing the house staff and Nina is gone. Now you'll get your inheritance, but not until you're both 21. Your father's business partner, Mr. Bristow here, will be working with me to make sure all your financial matters are handled properly. Everything will remain in a trust until you're of age.
Have you told Uncle Jean about Daddy?
Your concern.
But Daphne, you have to
That is enough, young lady. Furthermore, the days of your indulgent father spoiling you are over. Is that understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Mostly.
You bear the Dumas family name now more than ever. And I expect your behavior moving forward to be irreproachable.
Uncle Jean? It's me. It's Ruby. Do you remember me? I have no idea why you've been moved from your private room to here, but I'm gonna find out, okay? Your brother Pierre has died. Do you understand what I just said? My father. It was very sudden. Almost immediate, I'm told. He couldn't have felt any pain.
You be so cheap?
Excuse me?
You put Uncle Jean in a communal ward.
The man's a vegetable. He doesn't even know where he is.
How would you even know? You never even go out to see him.
Are you quite done?
He knows what's happening to him. You should see where they put him.
Don't you shout at me in this house. I'm the one who makes the financial decisions from here on out. Do you understand me?
No, Daphne, I do not understand you. Uncle Jean is in very bad shape. He's only going to get worse.
I wasn't aware you weren't.
Human kindness. Not that those words mean a thing to you.
You don't have your father to run to anymore. It's just me. And talking to me that way will only bring you regrets. As a punishment, you are not allowed to attend your father's funeral.
What? You can't do that.
Oh, you'll be surprised at the breadth of things I can do.
How'd you get past the dragon?
What did Daphne do?
Bo, could you lock the door, please? I have to go back to Greenwood the day after tomorrow. And I just need something nice to happen while I'm here.
I'm beginning to think you want us to get caught together. Just trying to be careful. You understand that, right?
Yes. Those pesky Greenwood rules we can't change. I'll leave in a minute.
It's probably for the best. But I guess I'll see you later.
Not if I see you first.
Told you I started seeing a psychiatrist.
You mean you haven't been all along?
Well, of course, because why would someone like me need a psychiatrist, right?
I didn't mean it to sound like that.
Yeah, well, he seems to think that the reason my vision is returning is because I finally have someone who I can trust in my life. That's you, Ruby. Honestly.
There's something you should know. I should have said something before.
Ruby. When I always assumed you had a boyfriend. I mean, how could you not? Marilyn Monroe.
I've only been back for a couple of days, Mrs. Penny. What crime am I supposed to have committed this time?
Don't pretend you don't know what this is about, Ruby. I can't tell you how disappointed I am in you.
Okay, this should be good.
Don't you dare be so flippant about this. Don't.
You sent for me? Again?
Sit down. As you may have guessed by now, you have been found out, Ruby.
I figured something was up when I was hauled out of class.
Don't make it worse for yourself by talking smart to me.
Mrs. Ironwood, isn't it customary to at least tell the accused what the fuss is all about?
You are not talking your way out of this one. That in your hand is a signed confession from the handy tryst last night. Multiple trysts, I might add. Your expulsion hearing will be this afternoon at 1 o'clock.
Mrs. Ironwood, I can understand you being upset, but every word of this is a lie. I don't understand why he would make such a thing up.
You were seeing Ruby. We have an eyewitness who saw the two of you together. So do not play me the fool. You can expect to be on your way home by day's end.
Gonna let me rot up here all by myself.
You don't really think I slept with Buck, Giselle?
I don't see why not. He's awful damn easy on the eyes, and let's face it, the pickings at an all-girls school are pretty slim. Unless you're Miss Stevens.
What are you talking about?
Come on, Ruby. You're not that stupid. Miss Stevens? You think she's... You're such a bumpkin, Ruby.
You're crazy. Anyway, you may as well unpack. This story is total nonsense.
Why should that matter? You're accused. You may as well have done it.
I'm not taking this lying down.
What a choice of words. Ruby, don't waste your time with our friends again. And you won't be so far away from your precious beau. Don't you want that?
It's nothing to you, Giselle. It's not your reputation at stake. They can kick me out if they want, but it's not going to be because of a lie.
Can you get my other suitcase down for me?
And then what happened, Mrs. Gray?
I looked through the boathouse window.
And tell us what you saw, Mrs. Gray.
I saw skin. Ruby and that man were in the heated throes of... I'll just say whoopee.
Compose.
My defense is pretty simple. I couldn't have been at the boathouse at 7:30 because I was at the Claiborne house then. You can confirm it with Mrs. Claiborne.
Mrs. Claiborne left town this morning.
Well, that's convenient for you. The problem is her grandson Louis also knows I was there.
Louis is blind.
Yes, I noticed that too.
How could a blind man testify as to what time it was? Buck Jensen's detailed confession about your multiple trysts, sworn to and signed. Well, I guess you have nothing else to say. Any last words?
I know Mrs. Gray believes she's telling the truth. But I was not there.
I'll tell them where you were, Ruby.
This is a school matter, Louis.
Yes, and I have information pertaining to that matter, Martha. I take it that some people here are saying that Ruby wasn't at my house last night at 7:30. I'm saying she was. Court adjourned?
Louis, your testimony about the correct time is...
Clock on the wall, for instance, I'm reading 1:37.
Yes, fine, but that does not matter. The evidence against Ruby is overwhelming.
Well, Butler knows exactly what time she came and left. His eyes are top-notch, I might add. I think we can assume a case of mistaken identity on the part of Mrs. Gray and throw away a paper confession from a man who's either unwilling to or has been prevented from allowing Ruby to face her accuser, because I believe that is not the kind of railroading the Claiborne Foundation would like to be associated with. Nor is it in the tradition of the Greenwood School for Girls. Is it, Martha?
I thought I was finished for sure. When she said case dismissed, it sounded like it was her last breath.
Yeah, I'm kind of having a hard time breathing myself right now. Thank you.
I had no idea your sight had improved that much.
Well, I mean, the thing about that is...
Now, Ruby, I don't encourage cheating, but I figured they'd test him, so I told Louis what time it was before we barged in.
Everything else I said was true.
You're a true friend. You both are. I'll never forget this. And I can't wait to see the look on Giselle's face when she learns she's not going anywhere.
Mrs. Gray? I just want you to know that I don't blame Staken.
Ruby, you got away with it. Please don't insult me on top of everything. I saw you plain as day. I saw your face. I saw your dress. I saw your shoes. I saw everything. I know it was you.
What did you say I was wearing?
Blue suede shoes.
Samantha! Where are you, dummy? Giselle! Oh my god, are you trying to give me a heart attack? You can walk? Keep your voice down. What are you doing anyway? Spying on me? Oh, Giselle. Even for you. You let everyone keep thinking you were disabled and helpless. Stop making such a big thing over it. I get treated better when I'm in the chair. I guess I should be surprised, but... So you were the one who was with Buck. I had to find something fun to do up here in Snooze City. He was the only game in town. I only slept with him 3 or 4 times. You should feel flattered. He thought I was you.
Well, the fun's over, Giselle. I'm gonna tell everyone what a fraud you are.
Oh, I don't think that's such a good idea, Ruby.
No kidding.
You rat on me and I'll have no choice but to spill the beans about your gay art teacher to Mrs. Ironwood. Oh my god, could it be any more obvious? Ironwood's gotta be more... Oh, ease up. I'm not gonna roll around in this chair forever. In a couple of weeks, it'll be Christmas, and my present to the world will be me miraculously rising up onto my 2 healthy legs again.
Leave it to you to outshine Jesus on his birthday.
You're the one who always wants to be on the cross, Ruby. Just keep your kisser zipped until then, and everything goes back to normal. Can you handle that? Oh!
Men's shirts and ties. Daphne, how did you know?
I bought them for your Uncle Jean. I thought it would be nice if you could bring them to him.
I think he'd much prefer being taken out of that horrible ward and put back in his private room.
I think you're right. I'll call the hospital today.
Okay, Daphne, what's going on? Giselle and I can do whatever we want. Out of nowhere, you care about Uncle Jean. I have to believe something more than the Christmas spirit's gotten into you.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, ladies.
Bruce, come, sit next to me. Girls, I have been very joyful these last few days. Bruce and I have decided to marry. Since your father's passing, Bruce has been a pillar of strength and support to me, and when I didn't think I'd find any comfort, he's been especially caring, and I've come to love him very much.
And me you, my sweet daffodil.
Gee, Daphne, I don't know what to say. What has it been? 2 months since Daddy died?
This isn't a rash decision. As much as I will always mourn your father, life is for the living. And I'm hoping you can both be happy for us. I'm actually hoping that we can all come together as one big, happy family.
Go up, smiling big in the society pages.
I'd appreciate that, too.
Well, I have a little bit of an announcement myself, but I don't want to reveal it sitting down.
Oh my God, Giselle.
Merry Christmas. Back in town.
I have something for you.
Bo, you realize this is a very big deal.
What are you talking about? Me giving you my school ring only means I'm yours forever. Or until you no longer want me. I guess if that's a big deal. I love you, Ruby. If that's okay.
What do you think, Luckhead?
You better say it back.
I love you too, Bo. I know. I know they tell me I'm a miracle. Can you believe it? I'm back. Happy New Year, Miss Stevens.
This is no longer here.
No longer? What do you mean?
She resigned just before the break.
Ruby, how dare you barge in here like that?
Why did you fire Miss Stevens?
Miss Stevens resigned.
I don't believe you.
As ever, that does not matter.
Miss Stevens loved it here. She would never resign.
Loved it a little too much, I think. I won't go into details with you, but there was a credible accusation leveled at her by a student. She resigned, rather than face the blemish of a hearing. Miss Stevens turned out to be a person of questionable moral character. It's for insubordination. And if these outbursts continue, the end result will be exactly what you narrowly avoided at your hearing. The fact of the matter is, Ruby Dumont, you are simply not Greenwood material.
You have no idea what a relief it is to hear that. Giselle! Giselle! It was you! I know it was.
Probably. What are we talking about?
You told Ironwood about Miss Stevens.
Unfortunately, the morning sickness is likely to continue for a while. That's just your body reacting to the pregnancy. Of course, we will need to inform your parents. If you'd like to call them first to tell them the situation yourself, you may. But there will also have to be an official notification from the school.
I understand.
Good.
So, it was morning sickness. Well, this is definitely one way to get us sent back home.
I'm glad this works out for you, Giselle.
It's not for sure they'll kick you out for this. That's where I'd put my money. Well, my money would have gone on me getting pregnant way before you ever would. Jeez, Ruby. Didn't you and Bo ever think about using protection?
I could have guessed this was coming. How you ever made it to 17 in the bayou without any children is miracle enough. And how I ever thought that decent society would have any influence on you is beyond my capacity. Nevertheless, we must have this taken care of before word gets out.
Do I have any say in this matter?
You absolutely do not. It's bad enough that I have to deal with you and your sister. If you think I'm gonna let some bastard child in the... Tomorrow, you will be taken to a special doctor outside of town. I'll also have you know that I'm going to do everything I can to make sure you are removed from your father's will. And speaking of that, if you have any plans of ever seeing Bo again, you might as well put those thoughts out of your head. His parents informed me that they would disinherit him if he ever so much as mentions your name.
Ruby, I want us to run off together.
With what? You're not being practical.
What's practical, Ruby? Parents want me to go to school in France and... I'm not taking that back. Not unless it means you really don't want me anymore.
Of course I want you. I love you.
I love you too.
But they will never let us be together.
I don't accept that.
Oh, you have to leave. You can't be here.
We'll suture it and make sure it's completely stopped before we send you on your way.
This isn't right.
I'm sorry.
I'm not doing this.
Miss Dumas, I promised your mother you would not leave here until that was completely done.
Well, you're gonna break that promise.
Miss Dumas, you come right back here.
Stop. I'm not. Thanks for coming to get me. I didn't know who to turn to.
I'm always here for you, Ruby. Especially now with the baby coming. Your grandparent Jack died right out there. He never stopped looking for some secret stash of money he was sure your grandma hid from him. Everybody told him he was chasing a fantasy, but he didn't listen.
Neil?
Yes, he's too drunk to get himself out. Yeah, I tried to get in contact with you, to let you know what had happened, but no one let me through to you.
Thanks for bringing me home, Paul. You should get going. I've got a lot of cleaning up to do.
Ruby, stop for a second. There's no reason for you to stay here in this dirty old shack. Come home with me. Let me take care of you. That's all I ever wanted to do.
Protect her. May her heart
cats and dogs out there. And on the radio, they're saying this could be a hurricane coming on.
What's that you have there?
Oh, a letter from getting real bad out there. Maybe it's time for you to come.
I've ridden out worse storms in this house.
Well, why would you put the baby at risk?
The baby's in the safest place it's ever going to be.
The sirens are on.
Dear Ruby, bet you never dreamed you'd receive a letter from me. Well, here it is.
Ruby, it's stuck.
Guess what? Mother gave in and let me come home. Someone spread the word all over Greenwood that you had a bun in your oven. I wonder who. Boy, you really stuck it to her good. I guess I really should also tell what's going on with Bo.
Can't leave, Paul.
No, come on, we're both getting out of here now.
Paul, the baby's coming.
Now?
I'm sorry, I didn't plan it this way.
Hold on. Okay, just hang tight. I'm gonna try and seal this place up, okay? Hang on!
Paul, he's coming.
You're holding up.
I'm doing great.
Oh, she's a beauty.
She's perfect.
You settled on a name yet?
Her name is Pearl.
Hi, Pearl. I'll never stop loving you, Ruby. I'll never stop asking you to marry me.
I know, Paul.
No one has to know the truth about us. I don't expect anything but a no. Tell me you'll think about it.
I'll think about it.
I'll go check on the room.
I guess I really should also tell what's going on with Bo. He's still in France, and he'll probably even go to some French college. And get this, he's super serious with some rich French girl. If he marries her, he'll become a duke or something. I don't know why you didn't just do what Mother wanted and get rid of the baby. Think about all the things you gave up. On the other hand, I do enjoy, and I just love reminding old Daphne that she's going to be a grandmother. She gets sick to her stomach every time she hears it. I wonder if we'll ever see each other again. Your darling twin sister, Giselle. Welcome to the Bayou, Pearl Landry.